Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this Friday morning. Got all kind of good things going on today. But first, let's take a look at our weather. Weather's always important for outdoorsmen. Every day you got to stay on top of it because it's going to change. High today is 83, low 71, and that water temperature we talked about yesterday, it's gone up a degree or two. It's at 79 this morning. And remember we said that it's going to start going down and it'll come up and go down. But anyway, that trend is started. So keep that. That's just so important for if you like to fish in the bays and the Gulf, and the lake is the same thing. It just replicates what goes on in the other bodies of water. Our river region brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. And we're talking about the Apalachicola at Bluntstown, 15.7 and falling. And at Choctaw at Caryville, 13.2 and falling. So we got falling out water. You know what that means. Cat fishermen all along the river system and that water coming out of the slough. I know y'all going to be wanting to set up some bush hooks and be fishing because it's going to be some good catfishing this weekend. It's going to be muddy, but catfish love muddy water. They just do because it has all kinds of critters in it and they eat those critters. All right, our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. High tide this morning at 3:50, just had it, and now it's going to be going out all the way to 3:35 this afternoon. A good strong tide today and tomorrow, going on into the weekend, the rest of the weekend, and the first part of next week will be good strong tides. Our wind direction is coming out of south-southwest at about 5 to 10, so that's a seasonal kind of this time of year, sort of a seasonal breeze right there. And we're going to talk about the water quality and all later on in our fishing report. So let's take our break and be right back. Okay, welcome back. First thing, let's add a name to our pickle jar. We're going to be drawing later on that Robert Haney from Highland View. Nice place over at Highland View. You're right next to some good fishing, Robert. So glad to have you in the pickle jar. I've got a video, so I'm not going to show up with one picture, but this is a really cool picture. I was read about it. A FWC biologist found a rare unmarked eastern diamondback snake. So I started reading about it, and these biologists, they know what they're talking about, and he put a little chip in it to track it because it's rare. But here's a picture here off their website. This is an unmarked. Okay, on the bottom is the eastern diamondback. There's the same snake. Funny, got them almost in the same pose, but look at you can see the rattlers on the unmarked one. Okay, and then here's a let's see, I'm blow it up a little bit closer. So that is a rattlesnake, and obviously you can see the rattlers on it. But you wouldn't, if you're walking through the woods like a lot of us do, and you look down, you're not going to think it's a rattlesnake. But it really, and I just thought, here's what the real one's going to look like. That's a little bit older, got more rattlers on it. But they say this is a rare occurrence to find one like this, and I'd like to know the story of how he found it because I know they had to scare him when he saw that thing out there. So I want to show the snake picture because I know a lot of y'all going to be in the woods this weekend. A lot of y'all getting ready to go to the dove fields, and I can promise you somewhere in the Panhandle this weekend, somebody's going to be close to a rattlesnake out in the woods. I guarantee there'll be more than one or two people close to them. So be aware of that. There's only 6 ports of the snakes, and that's one of the most dangerous ones, that and the water moccasin, the ones we deal with. And I talk about them a lot on the show because we have a healthy population of them. Okay, now I'm going to set up this video. This video, I finally got a chance to go down to C&G. I've been there since the pandemic started. I got to visit with Ronnie and went there early in the morning, and as everybody was getting there, and it was just good to be back. I felt like I went back to the old home place and all, walking in C&G, and it just looked the same, and it really looked good. So I did a little interview with Ronnie, walked around the store, and we want to do it this time of year because what we're facing. We're right into some really good outdoor activity as far as hunting and dove hunting and all kind of cool stuff. So I wanted to, and we're visiting with a legend, the legendary Ronnie Groom, and that word's overused a lot, but with Ronnie it fits. So it was just an enjoyable time. So we're going to share this video. We're going to take a break, come out, do the video, and come out, do our drawing and the fishing report. So we'll be right back. All right, one of my favorite hangouts. I'm coming down here to see Ronnie and see what's going on. First thing I see across the road, I'm gonna ask Ronnie if they're digging up a body over there. That thing is deep over there. All right, Ronnie.
Good morning, buddy.
How you doing, old man?
That's right, buddy.
I haven't seen you. This pandemic has got us separated too much.
That's right. We need to get together more often.
I know it. That's why I'm gonna come down here and just see what's going on in the outdoor world.
Yes, sir. Well, it's popping right now, buddy. I tell you.
Well, this is fall of 2020. Fall of 2020.
Weather's getting good and nice, and storms looks like letting up a little bit, so everything's going good.
So you get a lot of customers coming in. And what's everybody talking about going on?
Well, it's talking about hunting season coming up. You know, the duck season's going, and it's a good time of the year for all the people that like to hunt and fish and our kind of stuff.
Now you got all that stuff here, right?
We got it if we can find it.
Well, let's go back and look for some of it.
All right, come on.
All right. I just marvel at the engineering.
Well, let's get these snake boots while we're here.
Oh yeah, the snake boots?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm a believer of them.
Yes, sir.
We gotta have those, folks.
Got to have snake boots. You know, we carry about 5 different types here. We got them that zip up. We got them to just pull on, and camouflage, and you know, these things are really nice. Besides the snake protection, they protect you from the briars. You know, they're really tough boots, and they're waterproof, so you don't have to worry about the wet.
I got a pair here several years back, and they're still in great shape.
We sell a lot of them to construction people and all that kind of stuff.
You got pictures up here of people that actually approved them.
Taking it right around here, right around people's houses, tree stands. And we've got the diamondback snake there, and that's the heaviest rattlesnake there is that type we've got right here.
Goodness gracious.
Eastern diamondback.
That's a good display right there, Ronnie. I like that. All right, Ronnie, you got to have a scope on these big guns. So what you got here?
That's right, buddy. You know, I tell everybody when they come in, you got X amount of money to spend for a gun and a scope. Put your majority of your money in your scope. Scope's the most important thing.
Now, that's a good point right there.
You know, they make a lot of, you can buy a good gun and scope now at a very reasonable price. You know, already mounted and bore sighted and everything. But a good scope is just important. You don't want to cut corners on a scope. And we carry Zeiss and Swarovskis and just all the major brands.
All right.
Over on this side over here, Coach, we got waders. We got the regular waders like this right here, and then we got the camouflage, real warm neoprene waders.
You know,
These are nice. You know, these things will float you if you fall overboard.
That's awesome.
That's really a handy gadget there.
Well, it's cool. You got them here in stock.
We got them in stock. Got plenty of them. Yeah.
You know, I got some here 2 years ago, and they're great.
Yeah. We sell a lot of waders with a lot of construction people and so forth.
Yeah, it's not just for hunting. It's for just.
Yeah, you need, especially all this rain we've had. Waders are a hot thing.
Okay, Ronnie. I'm an old duck hunter for sure, but I love the decoys. But you remember we talked about this one time before when it came up with this little mojo with the wing flapping. You got them right here in stock.
Yes, sir. We got it, buddy.
Now that was creative, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. And, you know, they make one for doves too. We got one for that the wings will flip on.
Do you really?
Yeah, that's it right there.
I better grant them, y'all Jackson County boys. I know y'all want some of these, a voodoo dove.
Yes, sir.
And the wings move back and forth.
Yeah, they flip back and forth. Just gives some realistic. And right to your side right here, these pop-up blinds, and these have become so very popular. You no longer have to climb a tree and be rained on and everything. These things, you get out of the weather, get out of the cold, put your little heater in there, and It is really nice. We've got a variety of types of them, and that's a really good item for this time of the year.
It really is. I can vouch for it. I can give testimonials on them. They're ideal.
I've got a couple of them, and you know, you can sit 2 or 3 people in them, so what really makes them nice.
And you can move them around a little bit.
You can move them, yeah.
Especially.
You know, if the wind's blowing this way, if you got one on this end of your field, one on the other end, it just increases your opportunities to hunt more.
I love them.
And right here, we've got something that's real popular, is game scents. And, you know, we carry the very best ones, the Code Blue, and we carry, let me see what the other brands are here. Scent Killers, you know, we got all the good brands here, Tinks. We carry a lot of those, and we sell a lot of it in clothes washing stuff for the hunters to cut out the scents, all that stuff, you know, to make you successful.
You know, you remember when these scents first started, and Tinks was one of the first ones, wasn't he?
Tinks was probably the most popular first one, and I knew him, and he was quite a character, you know. But
you actually got to know him.
Yeah, I got to know him. He was a character. I used to see him in all the sporting goods shows.
You don't want to be, okay.
Come soon.
Say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you this morning, man.
Okay, that's the brains behind the business back there.
Yes, sir. That's the one that does the work.
I know, she's just a worker. Okay, so Tink, what kind of guy was Tink?
He was a character, kind of loud, you know, and he gave us a lot of scent. We were doing bow schools at Westervelt, and he used to give it to us to give out to our students there. He was a character.
If you're listening to history right here, that's when the scents first came out. Tink himself was there at Westervelt with you when you were giving the lessons.
Well, he sent here some of his people and a lot of scent for us to give away.
Where is he from originally?
Somewhere up north, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know, but he was quite a character.
And it's held on for a long time, but now you got so much more of them too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that burlap down there.
Yeah, you know, we sell burlap. You can put it on your duck boat. You can put it around your shooting stands, whatever, you know. We sell the burlap, and that's a good thing.
We're back here in the very back of the store, and this is one of the coolest areas. All of this archery stuff. So Ronnie, tell us about it.
Well, you know, archery season is starting right soon now. In fact, some parts of the state it's already open. But we have a great repairman in our archery department. He can repair crossbows, compound bows, stick bows, put strings on them, whatever you need. And we got arrows, all kind. We can cut the arrows to whatever length you need for your particular use.
So you customize their arrows.
We can make them, you know, if it's 29 1/4, we can cut them that length for you, you know. And crossbows, you know, now just getting so popular. We carry probably the largest selection of crossbows you can find just about anywhere.
Wow.
We carry all kinds. You know, they're shooting, some of these bows now are so fast, they're shooting them at 100 yards.
Are you serious?
Yeah, used to, you know, it was a 20, 30 yard weapon, but now they make these really fast crossbows. Let me...
You got them on both sides. Here's a pink one here for you ladies.
Yep.
2 rows of them.
This is one of the... You look how narrow these limbs are on these new bows. And they're so fast and so strong. And they, you know, come with a scope and everything, and they're extremely accurate. In fact, if you're target practicing with these, you don't want to shoot the same target, the same bullseye. You want to shoot one arrow over here and one arrow at the other bullseye, or you'll stick your own arrow.
Wow, that accurate.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Okay. What's the hottest thing going on outdoors now?
Guns and ammunition. You know, they're extremely hard to find. There's a shortage of it, and they're producing it 24/7. But it's just a big demand for it. People are concerned about their self-defense, and it's hunting season time. So we have a tremendous business in guns and ammunition. And even though it's hard to get, we're getting it pretty good. You know, we have some really sources. you know, we've been here almost 70 years, so we've made friends with the right people. So people, you know, if they're looking for something particular, if they'll call us, if we don't have it, we'll make a note of it. If we get it, we'll give them a call.
Good deal.
You know, we deal direct with Browning and major companies, plus all our distributors. So we have a good selection of handguns, long guns, shotguns, you know, anything you need.
Why is it 9mm so popular now, Ronnie? On
I don't
ammunition.
know, but that is the most popular caliber in use right now. The biggest demand is for 223s, 5.56, and 9mm and 380. And we're fortunate. We've been getting a pretty good supply, but we sell out pretty quick, but we get it back in pretty quick.
Do you have like a weekly, monthly, or they just do it when they can?
We have orders from the manufacturers and the distributors on order for anything they can send us. We'll take it.
Okay. So that 9mm, though, that's everybody's talking about it now.
That is the hottest item out there right now is 9mm. It's the most popular handgun, I think, on the market.
Yeah. I wonder why.
It's a good all-round bullet. It's not a big recoil to it, you know. It's just a good bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these guns now hold 17, 19 rounds. Handgun.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bullets. And they're making a lot of little short guns for 9mm now too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, those bass are amazing.
Those are big bass.
All these came from
Came from Central Florida, a couple of like big old live minnows.
live minnows. Wow. And one of my favorite is this mount here of this deer jumping. Tell us about that deer.
That's a deer that I took several years ago. At one point I said I wasn't going to put any more deer mounts in here. We had more than enough. And then I saw a picture of that mount in a book, so I said, we got to have one more. So we got him and got him mounted up, and I think it's just a classic display there.
Just jumping the fence.
Big, and that's a local deer too.
That's a local deer?
That's a Bay County deer.
Wow.
He's a good one.
Jumping Jack Flash.
Yeah.
All right, Ronnie, before we leave now, we got to talk about these game cameras, buddy.
Yeah, the game cameras, they've changed the way people hunt. They changed the way people scout now. You just set these cameras out, and we've got cameras that you can just turn on your phone, and it transmits the pictures to you, and you can also change them and regulate them on your phone. You can change them with they're taking pictures every 1 minute, every 5 minutes, or whatever. Mm-hmm. You can change everything just from your telephone. Plus, we've got the regular ones like the Brownings that you can just sit out there and put a card in it and pick it up. And it just really has changed the way that people hunt. It takes a lot of the work out of hunting. It's just got your camera doing the scouting for you.
I know. I had noticed this before, like a little solar panel.
Yeah.
To power it. How about that?
That's exactly right.
And now we have these spy points, and I'm crazy about them.
Yeah, I've got a spy point.
You do?
That thing sends me pictures about 4 times. Every 6 hours I get some pictures. And you can tell, which stand you need to hunt, and it's just a great thing.
Wow.
It's really changed the way we hunt for the better.
Well, I think we got it covered. We got a dove, duck, deer, and clothing, well, I've done clothing. We've done waders. What about our clothing?
Yeah, we've got all kind of camouflage clothing.
Okay, you got all.
Anything you need.
I'll go back there and shoot some of that.
Right, we got all that stock. We got these heavy-duty jackets here. Anything you need to stay warm and dry, we can take care of it.
So y'all looking forward to a big year on your lease?
Yes, we are. We're gonna have a good time up there. That's the main thing, We usually try to meet on Saturdays and have a lunch together and have a good time. We invite the families up, and we have a Christmas party and all that at our lease, and it's just a good thing.
Well, Ronnie, it was great seeing you again, and we're gonna be down here pretty soon and get some of this stuff.
Come on down. We'll fix you up. We'll take good care of you.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
Okay, buddy. Good to see you today.
Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's take a quick drawing. We're going to run out of time. Okay, this is a $20 gift certificate from Lynn Haven, Perry Gillespie. The big red snapper is going to be from Panama City Beach, candy mackerel wreath, and a $25 gift certificate to Los Antojitos. And send me a mailing address and I'll mail it to you. And that winner's going to be from Deer Point Lake, Bob Bigger. Okay, that takes care of it. Now, listen, let's get ready for our fishing report. You know, the number one thing is the water quality right now. The water is still looking like chocolate. I've talked to some people, I've seen it. I live on the bay out there, and we got a chocolate covered water from the sewage system and all the rainwater, which is normal with that much rain we've had. So keep that in mind. The Gulf itself, the first 300 to 400 yards of the surf is still chocolate covered and all. With that being said, it's going to be clearing up a little bit better every day. We got our southwest wind coming in. It's going to be sort of churning around, moving that around. The rivers are muddy, you know that. The lakes are clearing up and the ponds. So freshwater fishing, best freshwater fishing is going to be in these small ponds, these sandhill ponds, these small lakes. Any kind of fishing like that should be good. Now, if you're looking at the bay fishing, I would say redfish. I've had some decent reports. A few people catching some redfish. Even they're going to have to eat, so they're catching them. And also, the biggest catch has been the Spanish mackerel. Let's see, there's been a Spanish mackerel off the pier. They've caught a bunch of Spanish mackerel off the pier this week, and they're coming through. They're a little bit bigger. It's a fall run that started, and it's been really good. The big thing too. Let's see, the water quality, again, I'm going to go back to that before I close out. The water quality has an effect on the fish, but at the same time, you can catch a fish. You might not catch as many as you normally do on the normal days going out. So bay fishing should be good for redfish. Surf fishing, they did catch a few reds out of the surf, but most of the reds have been caught in the bay. Speckled trout's been so-so. Bass fishing, they had a tournament this week. Some of the boys caught some nice bass up on one of those sandhill ponds, that little Tuesday night tournament. So fishing's going to be okay. The biggest thing, a lot of y'all been in dove fields. Be careful out on those dove fields because it's going to be hot out there and all. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. Do something good for someone else, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.